I am broadcasting from my house in Southern California. No, I'm not near the fires. We're an hour south of the fires. I have a lot of friends that do live up in Malibu and in the Thousand Oaks area. And we're really sad about that. Oh, hey, Ingo, I'm sorry you have to leave, but it's so good to see you pop in. And the fires up north are more like 7 hours from us, so they're near Sacramento. So we're good. It's all good. But I was gonna have links to help people there, but if you go to the American Red Cross, there's wonderful links to there, and CBS 2 Los Angeles, they are also helping people in the area. So if you guys will Google them, it'll be no problem. So today Jeff is being streamed in from where?
Indiana, West Point, Indiana.
West Point. Hey, yeah, I want to send my boys there.
You might want to send them to a different West Point.
Okay.
I don't think this is the West Point you're thinking of.
Oh, the West Point's in DC, right?
Yeah, that's it.
But still, I need to send them away from me. They've been giving me problems the last few days.
They can do yard work and clean gutters. Send them my way. I don't care.
I think they would like that too much, though.
Well, right up until it gets to be 20 degrees outside with 1.5 feet of snow. Yeah, they'd be okay with it.
Well, Tyler might not like it, but Sam would probably get into it. I don't know.
Well, good for him.
Yes. So today, do you guys know? I know that Keith knows. Jeff Pearce is an ambient guitarist. So, Jeff, what does that mean to you as an ambient guitarist?
Well, I played that for years before someone put that tag on me. Mm-hmm. And I just thought I was playing, space music on the guitar or ambient music on the guitar. I just considered it music. I wasn't really, concerned about the instrumentation when I started out doing this sort of thing in the mid 80s. It was just, ambient music to me. Mm-hmm. So ambient guitar, to me, I guess if I had to boil it down into, a couple of phrases, it's, a guitar with a lot of effects. And it's kind of, in a way, sort of synthesizing a new sound out of the guitar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah, well, it gives me an excuse to buy a lot of guitars and a lot of pedals, so that's fun too.
Well, I can imagine that, I mean, I don't have any fun tools except for maybe my Focusrite and all my Logic Pro 10 and also Reason. So, and I go ahead.
There's a lot of fun tools and toys inside of Logic Pro. So it's the same thing. Just imagine if all those effects and stuff were in boxes taking up valuable floor space. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, very much so. And then I just acquired. I'm working on Roland Cloud, which I love it. So today we're gonna start out with actually from your latest album it's called From the Darker Seasons, and I really like that title.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you like fall, don't you?
I enjoy fall. I always have. Even before I started writing music, I always enjoyed the entire autumn season, and especially the late autumn season like we're in right now.
Yeah, I like it too. I love it when I went to Imaginary Road Studios in Vermont, and at this time of year to record the beginnings of Trillium, and I really loved it. It was amazing. I had forgotten just how pretty this time of year is there. or up in the
Oh, it
north.
is.
Yeah. So
It's kind of pretty here too. It
yeah,
just gets here a little later because we're south of that region.
right. Yeah, I was up in Minnesota too. I lived there till I was 15. So it would start getting cold, and the changes like be late October
Yeah.
and November time frame. So we're gonna start with one of my favorite tracks from your album. I think I like all of the tracks on this album, but the river in late autumn, it just totally expresses what a river would look like in late autumn. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that, and we'll be right back. Enjoy.
way.
Oh, cool. So we were just talking about business stuff, and Jeff was telling me um, that Tom Eaton, that he mixed this one.
He mastered the whole album. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So we were talking about the fade. So he did the fading on that for you.
He did. Yeah, he did the fade out on that. Originally just played the notes and let it go off, into the atmosphere. But Tom for some reason was not a fan of a 5 minute reverb tail fading out, so he brought it down.
Oh wow, cool.
Soon enough, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see the conversations between you and Tom. I'm sure you had some pretty funny ones.
Yeah, sometimes we even talked about music, So,
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
yeah.
By the way, guys, this is Live with Kori, and this is I'm talking with Jeff Pearce, and I'm streaming from my home studio in Southern California, and we are playing music from his album From the Darker Seasons. So pay attention, people, because we're also going to give away an album. So if you're listening, I have questions, and I will ask you a question, and then you need to answer through my messenger. So you just send me a message and answer, and then we'll go from there. However, so now we're gonna start getting into the nitty gritty here. I want to know what influences your music the most.
Well, it's going to be boring. The answer is, but it would be the seasons. I mean, I just even from a young age, I think that's part of growing up in a part of the country where you experience all four seasons as fully as possible. So I grew up in Northwest Missouri, which is roughly the same location longitude-wise as Indiana. So the summers were very hot. The falls were temperate with a lot of colors. The winters were incredibly cold. I shouldn't say that to someone who is from Minnesota, though. It's like I don't know what cold is. It's like if you can live in Minnesota, I think you could live on the moon. And the spring was lots of flowers, lots of mosquitoes, lots of all of that. So that was just sort of ingrained in me as a kid. So I guess when it came to instrumental music, I just went there immediately, and it's like it was a good match because that's what inspired me in the first place and everything else.
Cool. I can totally see that because a lot of your albums are based on the seasons, mostly fall, I think.
I kind of recently definitely fall, and I think that's just because for a season there's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on that I resonate with. Watching things change colors as much as they are, and then watching things sort of pare down, to their minimum, and then winter comes and just puts a nice blanket of snow on everything.
Very cool. Yeah, I love that. I'm a stranger in a strange land. I live in California. I should love it. I do because there are days when I really like the sun and it's nice, but. I really miss the four seasons, and then people tell me, "Well, go up in the mountains." I'm like, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
It is not the same. It's weird. I can't.
You're just cold. You're just cold, and you can't breathe as well.
Right.
And that's the only. Yeah, it's like I still know it's summer. I don't know if I'll ever get down off of this mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't see the chat. Scroll through here. Mine quit on my computer. I don't know why. So that's okay. But I'm gonna look over here and see Hey Raymond. Hey Manolo. Okay, so we have a comment from Manolo Sarah Pear. And
Okay.
his name, and he says, Jeff, your guitar is sensational. Really, on having listening to your notes and his beautiful brush strokes, they leave me sensations of wanting to interact with places for knowing. Grace's friend for your excellent music. Now
Oh,
he's from Spain, I think.
yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Manolo. I do appreciate that
Yeah, thank you, Manolo.
very much.
And Raymond, he's from Canada, and
Hmm.
his first language is French. And I really, really love talking to all our friends here. Hey, Brett Bolander. Hey, David Helpling. He's here too. Is
Hey,
fantastic.
hi to David and Brett. I know both those guys.
Yeah, I know you do. And hey, Michael Bostwick. He just joined us, so it's good to see you, Michael. So we are talking with Jeff Pearce today, and he is from Indiana. And also, who does your artwork?
Well, I kind of do the artwork. I will I will spend a lot of time going through libraries, online licensing libraries for images and photographs, and yeah, I have a particular I guess picture in my head after I get all the songs together of what I think would best represent the album, and then I spend hours, on my laptop,
Mm-hmm.
going no, 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 maybe, no, 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 and eventually find one that's pretty close to what I'm envisioning.
Nice. I'm the same way. I also like to take pictures and use like Photoshop on my iPhone, and
Yeah,
use the filters on there, and create artwork. I do a lot of my social media posts with that. I don't think
yeah,
I've ever created a album cover though. I'm not
yeah.
that savvy. I think I would have some garish colors on
Well,
it.
I always end up using a designer, but I send the designer some really, I guess you could say, really detailed mock-ups to where
Mm-hmm.
there's not much, not much room for question.
Right.
Um, so I've found that's kind of the best way to do it. I'll get 95% there just on my computer, and then the designer will put it into formats, for pressing CDs and all that.
Nice. I love it. Um, we are going to go to the next song. It's called
Okay.
Midnight Snow, and then when we come back, you can tell us a little bit about it.
Okay.
And it's Midnight Snow from The Darker Seasons by Jeff Pearce. Okay. So that was Midnight Snow. So we were talking about what that song was about. Can you guys guess what that song is about? We're kind of being snarky.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know,
That's
we're
okay.
musicians. We like to be silly. He's sillier than me, though.
Maybe a little bit. Comes with being the only guy in my house, so you know,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I bring the silly. I'm responsible for that.
Yes, and when Jane's out of the house and she's doing stuff, so I'm left behind with all the boys, the men,
Hmm.
it gets crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when you just want to go into the bathroom and lock the door behind you.
I
Yeah,
just go hide in my room.
yeah, that works too.
Yeah, they tend to leave me alone when I go upstairs.
Yeah.
So guys, we were talking with Jeff Pearce, and we are listening to music from the darker seasons, and I wanted to know what when you write music, do you write on the guitar or the piano or
Um,
both?
it depends. Um, my albums, I don't usually set out to make an album. I don't sit down and say, okay, it's 2018, I need to have an album out this year. I
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. I'm always in the process of writing songs, and most of them I don't use. Most of them I just throw away. I don't even try to, see if I can, rescue some good parts out of those songs. I'll just throw them away.
Mm-hmm.
But once I come up with something that, that kind of surprises me, it's like, okay, this is promising, this is good, and then I follow through on it. Like with the guitar, if I come up with a guitar song, then pretty much there's another guitar song that shows up. So it's kind of juggling between either the guitar or the Chapman stick, or for one album, the piano, to
Wow.
where when the ideas just start to come out of that instrument, I tend to end up with more ideas, and it's not a bad problem to have. I kind of like having that problem, but conversely, if I'm playing the Chapman stick and nothing is really working out, I'll put that down and go over to the piano to see if maybe something comes out.
Cool. Hey, guys, if you're wondering what a Chapman stick is, Jane, will you post a link to maybe some images? It is a very interesting looking instrument. I have never heard of one until I heard when I started listening to your music, and you were composing on a Chapman stick, and some of the projects that you've done with other people, you use it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes they request that. Other times they request guitar. It really depends.
I really like the sound of the Chapman stick. It's very very
Oh
different.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a stringed instrument, right? It's like a guitar,
Mhm.
but it's a long stick, right?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I could actually go grab one after the next song break or whatever, and then show it to you on the way out. But yeah, if you just imagine the neck of a guitar, and then you get rid of the body, and then just sort of widen the neck of the guitar and put a total of 10 strings on it, that gets you kind of close to what it looks like.
Yeah, it's got a deep, mellow sound to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can, and you can also, I mean, you can also have a whole lot of unmellow sounds come out of it depending on what you plug into. But I've found it to be just a wonderful instrument to play for ambient music.
Very
There's
cool.
just a lot of range to it, and you can make a whole lot of notes without trying very hard.
Right. That is very cool. And hey, Jane, are there any questions for us in the chat?
Um, I don't think so.
Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and then Jane will let us know because I can't see the screen
Oh.
at all. So, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the next one, which
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you the name of it. I want you guys to listen and think about it when you are listening, and then tell me what you think it is. Okay, so here we go.
I just hope I remember the title of it.
You will, because I'll
Okay.
remind you.
Okay, thanks.
So here is the next track from the Darker Seasons from Jeff Pearce. And I'm not telling you the name. You guys got to guess. Wow. That was super amazing. So, what I'm going to ask the fans and the friends, hey, you guys, what do you think that song was about? What do you think the title is? We'll take a few minutes because there's a time delay a little bit.
In the meantime, we also have a question.
There's a question too.
From Michael. He asked, is David Sylvian an influence?
Is David Sylvian an influence?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, he is. I listened to pretty much the first album I heard of his was in the mid '80s with Gone to Earth, and after that, I became an instant fan.
Is that what he's saying?
No, he was a really he's a great musician, and when he wouldn't play guitar, he would have some fantastic guitar players with him, like Robert Fripp or David Torn, and just amazing musician.
That is so cool. That's awesome. What did he say? What else did he say? Did he say anything else after that? Okay. All right. So, guys, what do you think the title to that track is? And Keith, if you're still there, I don't know if you played his album on your show. Don't answer it.
Keith doesn't care. He doesn't.
Oh, poor Keith.
Poor Keith.
So, anybody have any ideas? No?
I'm not sure if that's meant to be a guess, but Michael says Gone to Earth.
Oh, hey!
I think some.
Hey, Rosie. Hey,
so.
Candace. I'm going to give you a shout out here. Hey, Candace, it's good to see you.
Yeah, Candace says Constellations.
Yes, Candace, correct. For sure. Yep. Constellations, and that's exactly what I got from it when I started listening to it. I didn't know the name of it because I was just going through the album, just listening. And so when I looked, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is Constellations. How cool is that? Uh-huh. So I was also commenting to Jeff that, now my brain went. I had a brain fart. I really hate that.
That's okay.
Dang it. Question.
You were telling me that you were hearing vocals.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I felt like I was hearing vocals. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, there were no vocals in there. That's what there is. So there's a lot of manipulating the electric guitar, and after a while, yeah, if you do things right and you have a little bit of luck, you can get some cool vocal type sounds out of it.
Yeah, I know because I saw you play live, and I know that you had a lot of pedals on the stage because I was close enough to see that. That it's just amazing what you can do with foot pedals.
It is.
So show us you have a couple of things you wanted to show us.
Yeah, I got a Chapman. You were talking about the Chapman stick, so
yes.
Here is the Chapman stick. Just kind of keeps going.
And do you plug that in to record and into the foot pedals?
Yeah, it's got a output back there, so
nice.
Yeah, it's good. And I got this today, so I have a Telecaster type electric guitar.
Nice. That is a beautiful electrical guitar. Electric guitar. I can't even talk today.
It's that's okay. That's it. And it even sounds better than it looks, so that's good too.
Oh, it looks. I bet it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So nice.
No, it's great.
So I'm gonna ask a question of you guys, if you've been listening and you're here. So I want you to tell me, where is Jeff from? Don't answer in the comments. Message me. Okay, and if you get a funny thing that says go here, don't just ignore it. Just tell me in the messenger your answer. Okay, and we have an album that Jeff is gonna sign. Will you sign it?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
he'll
Yes,
send it
I'll
to
sign
you.
it.
So
I'll sign it and send it.
awesome. So the question is, where is Jeff from? And so do you have any more? Nope, I don't have any more questions. But Jeff, I wanted to tell you thank you for coming today, and really appreciate you sharing your talent with us and about who you are.
Well, thank you. I appreciate being here, and I'm watching down here as comments go by, and yeah, I'm glad that a whole lot of people tuned in.
Yeah, we had quite a few today, which is really awesome. So we're gonna end the show with the last track that I really like. It's called Cold Comfort, and I like to think that I'm inside on a snowy day wearing all my and I have a blanket in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I've been cold today. And
it's been cold here today too.
But
so
it's colder there than it is here.
Probably, yeah. Snow and ice last night.
Oh my goodness. And next week, guys, I want to let you know that I'm going to be in Idaho, so I am not even sure what Live with Kori is going to be like. And it's going to be on Thanksgiving Day, so I may
I was going to
pop
say,
in.
it's going to be turkey. It's going to be watching you eat turkey and, you know.
If we have internet.
Yeah, I hope you don't. That'll be fun. Just no internet, lots of turkey.
Yep.
You know, tryptophan, instant sleep kind of thing. So, yeah, that'll be good.
All right. So if I don't see you next week, we'll have another show coming in December, and we have some cool guests coming in December. So we'll see you guys later, and listen to Cold Comfort as we close out the show. Thank you for tuning in today. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks.